So I wanted to do a short and sweet type of update video where we just kind of very quickly run through all of the new stuff in this updated version of OzAndZo. So the reason we're actually starting off in Godot and not in the game itself is because even just starting up the game, you'll be able to already tell that there are new additions along with, how the main menu looks, the fact that there are some social media links at the bottom right now, and there's music. We've got a working options menu where you can kind of see what's. Eventually, this will have all of the images of like what the buttons are. You can actually change the audio levels. This is the about where it just kind of explains where the story or how the story came to be, all of the things that we're working on in the game. And oh no, I misspelled the name. Oh no. All right, we fixed it. Let's also lower this again so I can hear myself a little bit. So this is the person in charge of all the music and even some of the sounds. Freddie. He's been a pleasure to work with. I'm actually just gonna pull up his thing really quick. At least it was supposed to allow me to do that. I guess it's not. I'll have to double check that. But I have it linked to his portfolio website. And then these are, of course, all of my links. We don't need to go through those right now. The big difference is the game itself. So let's go ahead and open this up, make it wide, and then start ourselves inside the bedroom. So the bedroom has changed. There's obviously somebody sleeping on the top bunk now. You can walk around the room and you can actually move vertically, as opposed to when you are outside of buildings, you cannot move vertically. This will allow me to put more precise things inside rooms, like things you can interact with, or even like mini games itself. I plan on making this spot like a dartboard type of mini game. But let's go ahead and go on out now. And we can go ahead and get our first mission from Mom, which I think is still the same as the last time. The dialogue may change, honestly. This was all just to get the concept of a quest and being able to complete the quest. If you are too careful with cutting the grass, it actually makes it harder for you to accomplish this. Done. And you don't have to fight the snakes, you can actually just go on inside after that. And then you can talk to Mom and tell her you did the job. And then when we come back out, it's actually completely fine. There's no grass anymore. It registered that you already did that. The cool thing about both the grass and the bushes is that they can randomly spawn things. You can end up in a battle with an enemy or just randomly come across some money. The village. So the village will have a bunch of NPCs that can both give you quests, offer you little tidbits of lore, or just interact with you as you walk and make your way through the village. See, like he just mentions needing something, but it doesn't quite start a quest line. I did make them randomly wander around, which is cool, to make the town feel a little bit more lived in. The camera needs a little bit of work, but I feel like I've done a pretty good job with what it does, or how it acts currently. That was scary. I almost stepped on him. Oh, well actually this will be a good way to show this off. This is one of the areas that leads into an area that hasn't been fully made yet, so if you still go into that area, it doesn't like stop you. You can still go. But you'll enter this room that has a sign that says danger. You might die if you proceed further, and then it's really more of a die of cuteness or something, you know? So those little guys are in charge of like constructing the still under construction areas of the game. My wife came up with that idea and I thought it was super cute, so I added that. Okay, now we're in the deep jungle. Alright. Alright, so the reason I actually came here is because I wanted to show you what happens when you fight one of the bosses in the game, which is a new Marin. His animations are still incomplete, but I just wanted to kind of show you what will happen once he dies. I still need to work on his AI, because sometimes he gets soft locked like this, where he just doesn't want to switch into another state. But that's okay, because that wasn't really the main focus, is not for him. But for here, the trader. So the trader is actually going to be how you get like upgrades and stuff in the game, and you can only get to him by beating that first boss. And then he talks to you and he kind of just explains that, you know, he can sell stuff. So then now when you interact with him, instead of talking to you, he'll set up shop. And he's got a lot of cool animations that he does while the shop is open. These items are going to change based on where he is on the map, and as of right now there's only 2 locations, which will be in the village and obviously here at his house. Once you close up shop, he'll close up the menu and then you're free to move around again, which I think is pretty nice. Let me know how you guys feel about the environment, what you think could be added to it that isn't super detailed, because I don't want the environment to be super detailed, but what else do you think might help the environment look a little bit better without adding too much? Oh, I also added the debugger, which really helps, you know. This allows me to modify the health if I need to, which I can give myself like a health just like that, or I can even give myself more health. Or let's say I don't have increased maximum health, but I do still get a temp health from eating something or whatever, I don't know. Now I have temp health added to the game, so if I do add an item that does that, it's already there. What else? You can select your area and how you're entering the area, so I could be like, oh, I want to enter the bedroom, but I want to enter through the entrance at the bed or from the living room. I'll choose the bed, load level, and it switches me to the bed in the bedroom. Very cool. And then the last thing is this echo function that I created for the debugger. The echo function pretty much will check every time I call the function, it will check this code key that I've included. Every function has an array of code keys. So let's say, for instance, when I'm, switching levels. When I switch levels, I'm using the level manager to do so. So I would type in to the array, I would put 1 in case I want to print everything, so that way that will always print. And then I would put 2 for managers and 2, 3 for level manager. That's when I'm calling the function. So that would ensure that if I have this set code down here, right now it's set to 1, so it just prints everything. If I have it set to 1 or set to 2 or set to 23, it will print those function calls. But just for this example, I'm going to swap to the level manager only. So I'll type 23. Now it will only print from the level manager, which is down here. So now if I go to switch a level, we can just make it the same level. You'll see that it will only print out, and you can see that it's pretty much exactly what I said, only prints the level manager functions, the echo functions. So now it tells me everything that's going on, and I can very easily pick out, hey, I want to debug this aspect of my game, and now it will show me exactly what's going on. That is more or less the gist of what I've accomplished so far. I'm getting very close to having a completed demo. Once this demo is complete, I do plan on releasing it on both itch and Steam. And the final price of the game is going to be somewhere between $5 and $10. Let me know how you guys feel about the game and how it's looking so far. Keep in mind that this is alpha gameplay, so any of the art, animations, or even gameplay could change drastically. What else? I did actually added something else, special abilities. You would be able to use the Shadow Gust ability, which is just going to be like a shadow burst, shadow blast, I don't know. And then another ability is Shadow Jump, which would allow you to, of course it doesn't work in here, but it would allow you to get into areas that normally you would need to be really small. I haven't added anywhere in the map for you to use this yet, but I did, add the feature. Another cool thing about this is you can come right out of it and attack, and you can also jump out of it. So you're not really losing any momentum other than, being that set speed. You can't sprint in this form, but also enemies can't hit you, and they don't know you're there either. So that can be useful. As of right now, there's no limit on it, but I do plan on adding it, so that way when you are in this form, there will be probably like a bar in the top left that will diminish over time until ultimately you run out. Same deal with the Shadow, or the Shade Gust, or Shadow Gust, whatever I called it. I can't remember right now. I've changed the name like 3 times, but this will eventually eat away at that bar as well, and then when you're out of it, you can't use it until you probably attack enemies to get it back, like Hollow Knight does. Once again, I hope you guys enjoyed. We're going to go ahead and show off that you can save. Delete that save. Create a new save. Perfect. Go back, load the save. Just to show that there is saving already, and it does remember, what you've unlocked. Doing pretty good. I did only have one hiccup so far with making this game, and it was dealing with the audio, like the music. There was an issue where the sound started getting all crackly and poppy and stuff, and I guess it was a bug because I had been operating like 2 or 3 versions behind in Godot, and I just updated yesterday, and that completely got rid of the bug. So yay, no bug. So the music sounds great. Awesome. That's all I've got to show you guys for today, and I hope you guys enjoy this video, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!